not doing anything wrong. Why not do it out here? Why say, do you want to go in a private room? Why do I need to go in a private room? We about to make love? We got cigarettes and candles back there? There's no reason for you to do that. And again, it's a scare tactic because once you go in that room, I'm in a tiny little box. And I start feeling nervous about what's going on when I got 2 or 3 men looking at me while another guy's touching me. It's a scare tactic to sell these machines. And then, Lord knows, like you said, with all that information, what are they going to do with the machine? And radiation. I can't believe that somebody would say, oh, there's no radiation. How long have the machines been out? Oh, did they do a 20-year study? Do they know? I don't think so.
Well,
how are you just going to tell me?
Well, let's expand on that. You and I and many others, months ago, I'd said on air, clearly they're going to enhance pat-downs to intimidate you to make you use the machines. Then the TSA admittedly told Atlantic Monthly and other major publications in the last 2 weeks that, oh, we're not worried about the enhanced pat-downs because nobody's going to go for them. This is meant to make you go through the machine. So they admit this has nothing to do with terrorism. Just what you said, they're trying to intimidate you to go through the machines. And then it turns out Alphonse D'Amato, the former senator, a lobbyist, and Chertoff, the former head of Homeland Security, Chertoff 2.5 years ago made the first order for several $1 billion of the machines. Then he leaves office and goes and becomes the CEO of the company. And he consults for the other company. I mean, that's illegal. He makes the order for the machines, then he goes and gets the job as the head of the company. Is that not a payoff?
It has to be. It has to be. The funny thing that kills me about whenever someone brings up terrorism at airports, I say no one in the government cares about terrorism at airports. Okay, I fly all the time. LAX, one of the biggest airports in the world. You know what stops you from running onto the tarmac and throwing up a grenade or a bomb or an automatic weapon and shooting down a plane when it goes to land or takes off? A chain link fence. And they've got, 30 cop cars and squad cars checking underneath your car for bombs because, a terrorist is going to put a bomb underneath his car and drive into the airport because that's exactly
this is police state training. Exactly.
They don't want to stop anything. If they wanted to stop it, they would have protection all around the airport. There's no protection.
Well, Owen, it came out last week on ABC News that illegal aliens can walk right in and rent aircraft for training, and the TSA gives them waivers and no security background check. Anybody who had a truck bomb could just drive into the cargo area with no checkpoints and drive right up to the fence and blow it up. Absolutely. They are training the public when you pull up in front of the airport and when you go into the airport to be a slave, to be searched, to be checked, to have your genitals groped, to have your hind end grabbed, to have your wife's breast grabbed, to have your children grabbed. For police state America. That's all this is dog training.
Well, somebody's going to have to get an electronic leash on because that's what they want us to do. I mean, again, if it was all about terrorism, there's so many things that this country could do besides fighting wars in other countries to build up our own defenses here at home. I don't care about the rest of the world. I care about home. And apparently, you don't have enough guards on duty to protect us at home. That tells me that you don't care about terrorism. It's just like the war on drugs. You say something, everybody claps, and then they put their head down and forget about it. Well, this airplane stuff, there's going to be women that have been sexually molested, have been violated in their lives, that are going to freak out if another woman or someone tries to put their hands on them because it's very invasive. Like, again, I'm sitting there as a grown man thinking, well, what happens if I get excited? This guy's grabbing off all my stuff. What am I supposed to do? I mean, whose job is it that they think that they could just do that and it'd be okay? I mean, from a week ago, they train you in a week and say, okay, now you're going to start lifting up genitals and grabbing butts and putting your hands in people's pants 30, 40, 100, 2,000 times a day. And who says okay to that? What kind of person are you? That's what you want to do. You want to touch children. You want to touch old women or men. Or look at naked pictures of people that you have no idea who they are all day.
Well, that was my next question. That was my next question. Is who wants this job? I mean, you said this guy kept apologizing to you because he knows it's wrong. Even a big brother says it's right to have his hand down in your pants, on your underwear, on the front of your underwear. I mean, describe that. What did he do to your junk?
His hand was flat, and basically, like, the first one did the ring around where he just ran his hand around my waist and around my hip. So just like if you put your hand on your thigh and you rubbed your thigh, hand flat, that's just what he did. Then when he went and put his hands in my butt, he put his hands in, and then he patted it. He patted my butt, like underneath my butt.
Like you were his wife.
Yes, like that, kind of like.
Hey, baby,
like
how you doing there? Yeah.
Exactly. Two pats, and then when he went back in the front, he did the same thing. Like he patted in between my crotch, right around my area.
Let's be specific. You're saying he patted on your underwear, your testicles.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I apologize to radio listeners. We don't normally get into these type of things, but we have to talk about it when the government...
I don't even want to say it. That's how embarrassing it is. Because even when I was on Leo's show, when I said, I was like, Leo was like, he freaked out. I was like, you touched your private? I was like, yes. And I don't, who wants to even say it? Let alone have it done to you.
What do you think about your story now being the top link on Drudge Report?
Well, at least people know about it, so I'm happy about that because I was blown away. I almost freaked out because I told the guy 3 times, I'm like, I just flew 5 days ago. I'm wearing the exact same clothes. I'm thinking, what is the difference between then and now? I wish I would have known. I would have worn different clothes. I would dress more appropriately. I had another flight to come home. I wore a short and a T-shirt.
Tell you what, stay there. Let's come right back and finish up your story. It doesn't matter. They're always adding more, training us, seeing what they can get away with. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com.
Go solar for cheap. Want to use solar power but the price is too high? Now you can build your own solar panels for less than $200 at 123cheapsolar.com. Don't laugh. We've sold over 45,000 solar do-it-yourself kits. Watch the step-by-step videos that even non-handyman types can use. We offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. Go to 123cheapsolar.com or call 800-713-0486. 800-713-0486. Reduce your foreign oil dependency when you go green with 123cheapsolar.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar in a book explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Normal blood pressure, naturally. How would that make you feel?
I'm Don from New Mexico. January of 2000, I had a heart attack. Then my real health began going downhill, and I had high blood pressure, high blood sugar, poor vision, and I really wasn't sleeping well. I was a mess, pretty much.
Don reports dramatic improvements with Heart and Body Extract.
I started taking Heart and Body Extract, and from within a few days, I started sleeping a lot better. My blood pressure normalized, my blood sugar normalized, and my sleep really did improve.
Experience these benefits and more when your body gets what it needs with the assistance of Heart and Body Extract. Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
And folks, I did not expect this at all. By the 7th, 8th, and 9th day, I saw dramatic improvements from taking Heart and Body Extract.
Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man.
He's known as the O-Doctor.
Be the sad man.
Briefly, tell us a little bit about yourself, Owen J.J. Stone, and your website, what you work on, dealing with tech stuff. And then let's get back into the points you were trying to finish up before we went to break.
Long story short, on the business end, I run Inquiring Minds Media. and we do consulting and web design and strategy for the internet, social campaigns, the Facebook, the Twitter, promoting people and such. I also do odocta.com, where I do interviews, live Q&A sessions every Wednesday where I have guests on and people can ask them questions about their industry or their profession. And that's pretty much it. So I'm all over the web, and I'm into the tech space, getting on fun shows and having a good time. That's why something like this, again, when you said earlier, like, who wants to talk about it? I mean, it's embarrassing, but if you don't say it, then people won't know about it. That's why I'm happy that it is on the Drudge Report right now, and that people are talking about it, that I got to say it on Leo's show, and listeners are aware. I mean, Leo's about to go fly to Paris. He took me aside after. Are you serious? I'm like, yes, they do that stuff. So it's nice that the awareness is getting around about it.
I see this as a historical revolt, though, because there was already simmering anger over the TSA and the humiliation and the slave training, but now that they're trying to intensify it, and more people are going public, the mainstream media is going from making fun of people that criticize it to Time Magazine headline, "Everybody hates the TSA." The Chicago Tribune, "Government in your pants." Forbes magazine, "Abolish the TSA." I mean, this is a complete rout of these people. And Big Sis is like, okay, we won't search the pilots. Okay, we won't search kids. But I guarantee you in a few months, she's going to come back and try to put it back in place because bullies want to dominate. They want to set that precedent.
Well, I'm just waiting for all of these mainstream media pundits and people that get paid to say what they're supposed to say, the monkeys in the media, to get searched. You know, I want an anchor man or anchor woman to go through on one of their business trips and have someone put their hand down their pants or feel them up, and then see how they feel, and then see how comfortable they feel reading some crap from a teleprompter to the American public. Because until it happens to you, it's easy to say, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's about our security." Well, if they wanted security, I'd see gun turns all around the airport. That would make me feel secure. Not a dog and a van with a mirror looking underneath my car when I go to the airport. They don't care about your security. They care about these machines and making this money. And in the airport, as soon as they get you accustomed to it, they are going to put them in schools. You know, because so many kids shoot kids at school. And it happens, and it's terrible, and it's bad, but that's not a terroristic plague on my country.
Look, they're teaching you that you are the enemy. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, we're the problem, even though they can't protect us in our own country and state. But we're the problem.
It's a power grab. It's a power grab, you know, simply put. What would you like to see happen with the TSA?
I would like something like more sophisticated besides the X-ray machine that showed my body parts. Why don't they have something that really just does a metal detection scan? I mean, if that kid that went through there, obviously, what did they have on them that set off the metal detector twice? It's a child. Okay, do they have a belt on? Why aren't you making more sophisticated metal detectors? You know, I just don't understand why you need to see people naked, look through their clothing, or violate them and touch them in places that you're not supposed to touch them. And again, you should never, ever, ever be asked to take that screening in private. Because if you can't do it in public, then that means there's something wrong with it. If you can't do that in front of the hundreds of other people standing behind me, then there's something wrong with that. And that's where the procedure needs to change to start with. There should never be a private screening because it shouldn't be anything that violates my well-being or the way I feel about myself. But that's not going to happen.
Very well said. Very well said, Owen. Owen, we're going to break. You got anything else you want to add, or is that it?
Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate you. And everybody, fly.
I'll tell you what, stay there. Stay there. I want you to finish up.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
we turn jeans inside out. Diamond Gusset Jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled